y'all. Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. It's your host, RyleeRabbit. And today I have Fawnia. How are you doing, Fawnia?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing good. So we got to meet earlier this week. We did a fun Patreon episode for you guys at your place of business. You own Pole Fitness here in Las Vegas.
I do. We did some pole dancing.
We did a little pole dancing. We had Paris Banks came with us, and you guys obviously know her from the show too. So, but tell us a little bit for people who don't know what Pole Fitness is. I mean, it sounds self-explanatory, but break it down for us.
Yeah, it does. So Pole Fitness Studio is a gym, and we cater to people that want to work out for fun or... Well, it is. You never think about working out for fun, but it is a fun workout.
It is, yeah.
And killer results. And also people coming to Vegas to celebrate a birthday party or a bachelorette party. But we're not just pole dancing. We do have self-defense, belly dancing, hip-hop, go-go dancing, yoga, all sorts of fitness.
So it's a lot of like dance, just dance in different types of way.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I didn't say. I know you told us when we were over there you had this self-defense thing. So how long did you start? How long ago did you start implementing those other elements into the...
I would say, gosh, well, we've been in Vegas for 17 years.
Yeah.
So I would say after about a year, other people were coming to me saying, hey, I teach this. Do you want to offer it? So it just gradually grew. At first,
so you started collabing with people?
Yeah. At first, I was the only person teaching, and I can only do so much. And teaching 6 to 8 hours a day was very tiring.
Oh, yeah. You're just dancing.
And talking the whole time.
Oh, my God. I'm sure. Because I lose my voice doing this, and I only do this once or twice a week. So
yeah.
I can only imagine.
And then yelling over music, and then you're doing a million spins on one arm and whatnot. So, yeah, it just grew. And at first, it was hard to find instructors, but then they just start coming in.
Oh, and we'll talk about that a little bit. So you are the first, pole fitness instructing class or in the U.S., in the world.
Yeah, I'm the first person to teach pole dancing. Mm-hmm. What we think of as pole dancing in the world. And in the beginning, it wasn't necessarily fitness. It was just me offering that service to the strippers that were in town that week. Yeah. And I started in Canada, but now it's clearly fitness. The world has caught on for a few decades now. Yeah. It's really taken off.
So you obviously, you started as a dancer.
I did. Yeah. 1994.
1994. Yeah. So when you told us, you said you had been in the industry for how long total?
28 years.
28 years. Victor's mouth drops. He's like, there's no way she's been doing this for 20 years. She looks amazing. And I was like, yeah, that's that pole fitness life right there, man.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I eat healthy. I'm vegan. And I sleep when I can. I have a child now, too.
Oh, how old is your child?
He's 4.
Oh, he's busy right now.
Yeah, he's busy. Thank God for preschool.
Yeah. I bet. So you're dancing. You're in Canada.
I was dancing in Canada in the 90s, and I moved down to Vegas in 2005.
How was that transition moving from another country? I mean, even though it's fairly close, was it a pain in the ass?
It was scary at first because all I had was a couple suitcases, and I brought my keyboard, which looked kind of weird, and it was ergonomic. So I'm like, I just have really bbad wrists, but they're like, well, you brought a keyboard? It seems like you're staying a while, but luckily they let me in, and then I went through the whole green card process.
How does that take a long time? I feel like some of my friends are like, it's just like a nightmare sometimes dealing with the green card. Yeah.
It is stressful, but you just have to start the process if that's one of your goals. Yeah. I think it took around 1 or 2 years total.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm sure even in the 90s, probably crazy more expensive these days than it was probably back then.
And more red tape, and you got to really prove you're married for the right reasons or whatever it is that you
So you came here for a marriage originally, or was it,
Yeah, I came here because he wasn't allowed in Canada. So he had a bit of a history.
Yeah. So, so like bad boys, huh?
Yeah. Bad boys, bad girls.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I like them bad. But dancing in Canada, how was that experience? Because I know up there's a lot of more things that they can actually do than we could do here. Like there's prostitution's legal up there, but I think you get in trouble if you solicit.
Well, I didn't know that side, but I know that we did 18-minute shows.
Wow, that's a long time.
Big time, long time. And so when I came to the U.S., whatever we did in Canada was normal to Canadians, but feature sort of material status in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is just normal. They're like, what? You had 28 theme shows? You had fire on stage?
I think that's cool, though. I wish that we would go back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring
I
in
miss the
art.
theatrics of it. Yeah. I was talking to someone recently, and we were talking about trying to do, male review shows again. And I was like, man, I miss that. I feel like only the guys put on a show.
They do, because women are picky.
Yeah.
We just want to sit around and just see the same thing over and over.
Yeah. But I think even the women that dance, like stripping is just so much different. Like you said, in Canada, you put on a show.
Yeah.
Where it wasn't just like, now girls just get up there and shake their butt. And
shake their butt, 2 songs, and then they're down and they're doing little lap dances, walking the floor.
Yeah, that's crazy. You've obviously done both style. Which one did you prefer?
Well, when I was in Canada, I never drank alcohol. And down here, it is really tough to work without a drink.
Really?
So, yeah. I mean, for me, just to get into that mindset and want to talk to customers.
It's more of a hustle here.
It's a hustle. You got to get into that frame of mind. And I just, for me, I just like, okay, I need a glass of wine.
Just to calm your nerves.
Not that I'm not happy, because, I did strip in the U.S. It is stressful.
People don't realize how much energy is like absorbed to those types of communications. Like,
yep.
Even though I'm not physically touching you, like I'm here to like entertain, and you just absorb that. And a lot of guys, not all of them, but some of them come in very depressed.
They do.
They're looking for something and just a connection, and they'll just like vampire energy.
Yes.
What do they call energy suckers?
Yeah. No, exactly. You're more of a psychologist than a performer. So you really have to act interested and be whatever it is you think that they're looking for that night.
Yeah. And that was just polar opposite for me in Canada.
Very opposite. Because in Canada, you're doing your 18-minute show, and then you go back upstairs, you wait 2 or 3 hours, and then you do another show. So you're doing 6.
You guys didn't really do the table stuff.
No, there was none. So we did 6 shows a day from noon to midnight, 6 days a week. And then on Sunday, the 7th day, we'd travel to another city and do it all over again.
So it was almost kind of like what are those in France? Where they have like burlesque. It was more burlesque style as far as like it being like a show kind of thing, or was it every person had like an individual?
Yeah, it would be more like burlesque than it was what you see here in the U.S.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it still like that up there, do you know?
I think it's a blend now. When I left in 96, there was the option to do lap dancing, table dancing. In fact, it was kind of enforced. It was tough to not do it, and I was making my exit after only 9 months or a year and a half as a dancer.
When the industry changed, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, things were changing. My priorities and my mood and my opinion of everything was changing. And yeah, I was so quick when you think about dancing for 18 months and then you're out. That's not very long.
No, not at all. Especially, and then you come here, and then did you get back on the strip clubs, or you just like were like, hey, I'm going to start teaching?
Yeah, both. So I got here in 2005 and started teaching because that's what I was doing up in Canada. But then in 2008, everything changed. I opened a studio right when the recession was happening, and I'd also bought a house at that time, so it was so many obstacles. So I had to go back to the stage, and platforms were invented, so I had to try to walk in platforms.
Oh, man.
We didn't have those back in the day. They were just literally a 6-inch heel from the floor to the top.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You guys more of a pump.
Yeah, I guess so. Like Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I love those. I still wear them. The little pointy toe pump. That's my style.
Oh, my God. You have not had a baby then, because your bones are all in place in your feet.
No, I just die every time I do it.
Oh, God. Hope it's worth it. It's hard.
It is. Well, I had knee surgery. So now I can only do about 4.5, 5 inches because I had knee surgery.
Yeah.
So sometimes just being too straight as far as like pointed on the toe, it just like makes my knee lock, and there's like my knee can't. I had ACL surgery, so
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
hard on the joints and the bones in the feet.
But girl, you were killing it the other day. You're just in there flipping. I'm like, I can't even like. She's just like a little. It was so cute.
It's what I do, but if you focus on it, I know you would get it as well.
I would too, and I'm a determined little eager beaver.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, I got to at least get a spin down. And it didn't matter how many times I was gonna keep doing it. But
yeah, both of you guys had that sexy style of your own. You were paying your rent. That was memorable.
I love it. So we were doing. You guys will see it on Patreon, but we were doing. She was going through her routine. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to just keep falling right about here because my ass keeps getting stuck on the pole. Because every time I turn, my butt would just like throw me. And she's like, it's okay, girl, pay your rent. Just
go. And then if we're on our tummy, then your titties were interfering.
I know. It is hard to be. I think a lot of people don't realize once I've had my titties enhanced. They don't realize like it's like an extra extremity. It's going to get in the way. It gets caught on things and like. It's terrible. Sometimes I wish I never got them.
Oh, well, you have a good peace of mind. Like, you need to have some open mind with that.
Yeah, I love it. It's you just gotta make fun of yourself if anything. It's hilarious. But so what made you like motivate you to get from now I'm gonna dance to like now I want to instruct? Like, what was that changing point for you when you're like, I want to get on the other side of it?
It actually all happened in the same week. So I started dancing in October of 94. I think it was October 9th. Don't ask me how I know these dates. And then I realized, okay, I know one thing. I can do the fireman spin. I'm going to start teaching that to whoever would like to learn. So by December of that same year, I was teaching my one move, just offering to the girls, hey, you're new. I can meet you in the club before it opens, and I'll teach you what I know. And they're like,
that's
oh,
cool.
okay, that'd be great.
So how did you learn?
Just trial and error and asking anyone who would want to teach me
You
to
just
teach
figured
me.
it out.
Yeah, and some girls were all for it. They're like, yeah, I'll totally show you. And some were saying, nope, those are my moves. I'm not sharing.
So even then, there was still a lot of that like little shade, and I think it's gotten
Mhm.
worse with time. Like girls are like, I don't want to show you anything at all. This is my move.
Yeah,
And
they want to protect their move.
yeah, it's kind of funny to me. I'm like, I've always been a big believer that if we're, what's up? What happened?
You want to show us a move?
She's like, I'm busting them right now.
Yeah.
But have you found in over the time, because it seems like you've been there, have you seen, other than like a switch in how the industry just operates, have you seen a switch in like attitude or like just overall?
I would
Like the
say more
mood?
acceptance, like in terms of pole dancing. It's not just for strippers, and strippers aren't bad people. It's now a form of fitness. If you haven't heard about pole dancing as a workout, I would be shocked by now because this
Yeah.
has been going on for a while, 30 years in my book. But yeah, more acceptance. And also more people have been watching their mom do it. Maybe they had a pole in their house. And
Yeah.
now that they're finally 18 years old, they're coming down to the studio because
Yeah.
their mom was a stripper or their mom. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more accepted. Or maybe their dad and their mom went to class because we are co-ed. We're age 7 and up. So the whole
that's
family can get
cool.
involved.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great workout. At the end of the day, it's just that core and upper body. I was burning all day the next day.
Oh,
so.
were you?
And I'm good at grabbing things, so I had no grip.
Vertical pull, not a surprise.
Yeah, not so much.
But if it's, horizontal pull, we think of doing pull-ups and chin-ups, and we
Mhm.
immediately think it's going to be a workout. But when it's that vertical brass pull, there's something fun about it, erotica about it, and then you can wear heels and makeup and
Yeah,
music, and you don't even know you're having the best workout ever.
So were you in any kind of theater before you started dancing?
In high school, in elementary school, I
Yeah.
did some acting. Oh, yeah, and I actually took acting lessons, and I am a union acting member in Canada. I did X-Files and Millennium and Outer Limits.
wow,
and a
that's
ton of
cool.
movies. I forgot that part of my life.
And we're trying to know
Wow.
the coolness of Fawnia here. That's cool. You did
Yeah.
X-Files.
I did.
Dope. I love
Yeah,
that.
I think I was in the bowling alley episode, and I was the girl that got murdered, and we were all size 7 shoes. Then we got murdered, and I was the girl in the bowling alley, and you see me as a ghost with smoke around me.
What? That's
Yeah.
so cool. I wish
Fun
I
times.
my friend keeps telling me I need to sign up. There's like an Actors Guild here, a Screen Actors Guild here, and she's like, you need to sign up.
Oh my God, I want to do it with you because I've been wanting to go back into acting. It's
Yeah?
been so long.
I'll get the information for you. She's a super sweet girl. Her name's Marcella. She's been on the show. She's out in New York, but she always has. She's like, let me show you how to get on. You can start being an extra. She's been extra for some of 50 Cent's shows.
Oh, nice.
And she actually said, like, out of all the production teams she's worked with, that his company treated the extras better than anybody else. They were allowed to eat the same food as the celebrities, and they were just very accommodating. So I was
That's
like,
nice.
It's always very nice to know that people take care of each other. So
Yeah.
so that's dope. So at what point were you just like, hey, I want to be a stripper?
Well, that's a great question. So in British Columbia, the legal drinking age is 19. So at my 19th birthday shenanigans, we were at the house going, let's go to the strip club. I'm 19. I can go.
Yeah.
And so we just went down. And by the end of the night, I had the courage. I'm thinking, I got to do this. This is ridiculous. I can do this. So I asked the waitress, and I was definitely hammered. I was like, where's the school? Where do I learn how to pole dance? And she thought that was the funniest thing because no one's ever thought of a pole dancing school.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no school. You just get up there and do it. Here's a phone number for the agency. Give them a call because you need an agent to represent you. They get 12.5%,
Oh, really?
which is now probably a lot more.
Is that still a thing up there?
Probably. There's stripper entertainment, that's entertainment, and another entertainment company that I can recall from Western Canada.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yep, they shop you around. They say, okay, and my name was Sky. So they would say, okay, Sky, you're going to be in Vancouver, Penticton, Kamloops, Victoria, Whitehorse, Yukon. This is going to be the circuit you're going to do.
That's actually kind of cool. I wish that they would do that more in the U.S. because I feel like it's kind of got grungy and tasteless to me.
Yeah, there's no art down here compared to Canada.
That's actually really cool. I almost want to go up there and see. The last time I saw a more theatrical strip club was actually in Atlanta, and it was some kind of saloon or something in North Atlanta. And they still came out with the boas and the feathers and did their thing and went out, they danced around the whole club. It was a vibe.
That's fun.
But other than that, I haven't seen that, and I kind of missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to go see a good show, too.
No, I need to open a strip club and start it. Damn it, I'm doing the whole thing.
I'm going to remember you said that.
It's just going to be 10 years from now. I'm coming here. And I'm going to have, you have to sign up for pole fitness.
Yes.
And go learn.
I'll send all the girls to you.
Yeah. See how they work collabing.
Easy peasy.
I love it. So you said that you have a 4-year-old.
I do.
And obviously, you've been in the industry since you were 28. So how is it being, what's considered these days an older mom, I guess? And was that your first child?
It was my first. So I've been in the industry since I was 19. And that's 28 years ago. So I'm now 47. But I had Raven when I was 43. And no complications. I went into the whole, once I figured out I was pregnant, I got an earful from my friend Emily. She's like my doctor. And she's very holistic, does elevated yoga. Obviously, plants can heal everything, vegan. And so I learned a lot about hypnobirthing and having a baby naturally in water, because having a baby is the most natural occurrence that can ever be.
Yeah.
And it's not an emergency. So we can naturally birth our baby. In fact, women in a coma have given birth. I don't know how many.
I think I've heard that before.
The body literally, it vomits the baby out.
You just start
it's
to
so wild.
Contract,
yeah, it just does it. And you just got to ride those waves and breathe and let everyone that's there support you. Hands on, putting the hands on my back. Oh, God, that kept my feet from digging into the ceiling, I swear.
Yeah, just the physical touch of that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And just the music and the candles and breathe.
That's dope, because I know there's I kind of go back and forth with it too. I'm 36, so I'm always dang, do I even want to go there? But I almost feel like now I could enjoy it more.
Yeah, being an older mom is, I think, better. You'll have more patience. You don't have to go to every single nightclub, pool party.
Yeah,
you've been
not
there.
So stressed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, honestly, financially, I'd be in a way better position now. I couldn't imagine being 24 and having a kid.
No.
I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, no, the financial part is a huge part, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do recommend 50-50, cloth diapers here and there, because you save so much money.
My sister-in-law did the cloth diapers in the beginning, and she loved it. And then by the third kid, she was like, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, true. We do it for various reasons, but it takes many, many years for a diaper to decompose.
It does. They're pretty nasty. They take a long time. So you're very... is that my phone? Sorry.
That's not mine.
I'm being one of those bad kids that doesn't turn their phone off.
This is your house.
Jeez. What a horrible guest. Where is it?
You know what? Maybe it's somebody who's listening and they're
probably mad.
They're calling in.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. No, I don't even know who that kid is.
Oh, okay.
That's I don't know. It's just part of it. Oh, he's got stuff going on in that phone. I love it. So do you have any, this weekend you were in a contest.
Yes.
This is your first contest you've done in a while, right?
Years. Yeah, I was at the Library Gentlemen's Club in Las Vegas, Nevada, competing for $10,000 cash. It was split between 3, and I think I came top 10. Honestly, I just went there to know that I can still do it. And
you're still hanging in with the best.
Yeah.
I love that. Getting there. She's in her 40s killing the 20-year-olds. I love that.
Yeah, it
I
was
really
fun.
wanted to go. I just kind of had stuff. I have a lot of stuff going on that day. And I was like, by the time I was going to get there, I was going to be late. And I'm like, it's going to be a mess,
and they did start on time.
They did?
They were organized. They had a comedian, though the mic kept cutting out, so that was awkward for the comedian. But they were on top of it.
That's cool.
31 girls.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm glad. So the whole experience, though, was obviously very good for you then.
It was positive. Yeah, it was positive.
Yeah.
The only thing, I'm not used to spinning poles. No.
Oh, that's a huge difference, huh?
Huge. Yeah, we did static pole at the studio,
Yeah.
and when you're on a spinning pole, and these ones spun really, really well, you need your shit together.
Yeah.
So
That's the only way I can spin. I just hold on and just let my weight pull myself.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
Yeah.
And it is great, and I totally appreciate spinning pole, but I've got a year to prepare for the next one.
I love that. Well, we're going to the next one for sure. I love it. You've also said you were married.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are still married or new marriage or not to be too nosy?
2 marriages, 2 divorces. And now I have a king and a little prince.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
So the first marriage, this might interest you and your listeners. The first marriage was to a guy. The second marriage was to a girl.
Oh, wow.
So that was interesting.
How was it? I mean, what were the good and bad that you found? Not maybe not personally with them, but that you found the experience with being with a woman over a man.
You know, they were very similar.
Really?
I somehow married the bad girl and the bad boy.
Just like it.
One just didn't have a dick.
Do you prefer one over the other or no, just find them both different?
I really can appreciate both. I think
Yeah.
I'm split down the middle, but I'm super happy where I am right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, oddly, my king has the most glamorous hair and he loves to dress up as a girl. So I don't know how I got so freaking lucky.
So you got both?
Yeah.
That's dope. Wait, so your husband, he actually dresses up, but he does like he wasn't cross-dressing is the
Cross-dresser?
correct term?
Yeah, he's done it twice just for fun.
Just like for theatrical stuff.
Yeah, just for fun. He got his makeup professionally done. We went out to a few clubs.
That's cool.
It was so fun.
Did he have a time of his life?
He did have the time of his life. We're
That's
so
cool.
due to do it again.
Yeah, that's
We are.
cool. I think it's so funny because so many people give so much shit to the cross-dressing thing, and it's not like they automatically assume that someone has to be gay or not gay
Yeah.
or whatever just because they dress a certain type of way. And I'm like, you guys forget that you guys Shakespeare.
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
whole, like all the way back in Roman times, like people did that. Women weren't even allowed in theater. Like,
That's wild.
You know what I mean? And men had to be the women in those roles.
They had those wigs.
Yeah. And it's like, it's been a thing forever. I don't know why it's such a
True.
but I'm like, there was a time and place where women weren't allowed to dance. They weren't allowed to perform. They weren't allowed to be in theater. They weren't.
And in some parts of the world, you still can't.
They still can't. And that's why I always thought it was kind of weird that people gave such a hard time, like, oh, they're gay and they're this, and it's like, nah, they could still be pretty masculine, and just they're in their role, they're in their essence, and that's where they're at, and whether they are or aren't doesn't matter. It's like it's just crazy that people are so judgmental.
There's always going to be some closed-minded people, but
Yeah.
I think it's getting better. I think your dog really can snore like
She
nobody
is
else.
something else, Finn.
I'm like, is your tummy? Are you hungry? No? Okay.
Nope, that's her all the time, and she's awake.
And she's all lying on my cord. I could give her a little tug.
Watch, Findy.
We're tugging. Hi.
She's like,
It's okay. I was just going to get myself some water.
she's like, oh, I'll help you, Findy. Findy is the Down Rabbit Hole mascot. We got to get her some bunny ears one day.
Oh, that'd be a great idea. I'll bring mine for her next time.
She's so cute.
Would she like black or white or brown bunny ears?
Oh, brown.
Brown? Okay.
I feel like I don't have any brown ones, actually.
Brown's hard to find.
These are actually all the bunny ears that I've shot in at some point. I have a picture in all of them. I have like 2 more pairs I need to stick up there, but
Love it. I didn't even notice those ears there.
I wanted to put them in like these really cute little frames and then like kind of put them everywhere, but baby steps.
Baby steps. This is perfect.
Yeah. So the reason why I was asking you when you first moved here, like how the experience was, is because I've actually, I haven't really told my followers this yet, but I'm going to travel vlog this next year.
Ooh.
And I'm going to just, like, my lease is up in January. I'm packing everything, putting it back in storage. And I'm just going to be gone for like,
That's like really soon.
Yeah. I'm going to do like anywhere from like 4 to 6 weeks in each country and just kind of, just collab, meet people, do some, if I could find other influencers and like maybe interview them over there. And I'm just going to go. Victor's going to be in Spain in January anyways, working on the World Series of Poker. So I'm going to meet him out there.
Perfect. And this is what you do before you get pregnant. You travel the world and you travel vlog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if I'm going to have a child ever, it's I got to get this out the way before
Yes,
I
you
go.
do.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's probably for me or not, but it does kind of it gives me a little sparkle a little bit to be like, oh, there might still be an option later.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you'd make a beautiful mom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm all triggered. My mom would be like, please keep telling her that. My mom wants me to have a baby so bad.
Whenever it's meant to be, your little spirit is waiting for the right time.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm really glad that you found that guy then and he came around.
Yeah, and he has military sperm. So let's just get down to it. So my ex-husband, we did the whole, I guess it wouldn't be in vitro, but we took out the embryos. They're still chilling in the fridge.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, okay, because nothing's working. Took 7 years. And then obviously with the woman, that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And then with Nir, my king, we were being pretty careful. We thought we would be porn stars. So maybe we got a little bit too excited. And then with him being Israeli military, I think his sperm just had like all these weapons. And they said, no matter what, we're going to go in there. And they found
So how long were you with him before that happened?
Oh, super on the down low. So we were
getting all the tea. I'm getting all the tea.
So yeah, we had a whole crew of people really helping us, and we had a secret relationship for a year while I was married.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
well, especially with him being Israeli military, I'm sure like you being.
Oh, but that was a long time ago.
Oh, okay, that was the old one.
No, this is the same guy, but just been years
since he's been in the military.
Yeah, I was like, how long?
How was that? Dating, because from when I've growing up, or not even growing up, and when I first got into the workforce, I had dealt with a lot of people from the Middle East, and it was like you could play all you want, but once you got married, you had to marry within the culture. Like, did you experience that with his family at all?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's
no, he's
awesome.
like the black sheep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm out of here, whatever.
Yeah.
Do what I want.
Yeah, he wanted to leave his country and just come here and be free and surf and grow his hair long and
that's
have fun.
Cool. So you guys kind of both had that.
Yeah.
That experience
we were the black
with, like,
sheep.
you guys were just like, oh, I think that's so sweet that you found your...
Found him at the studio, too. I have sex with all my students. No, that's not true.
That was funny. At least you're funny. We were telling jokes the whole time, and I don't know. I love your energy. I thought it was really great. And then we're sitting there doing it, and I'm like, you know what? I just wanted to use your facility at first, like to promote local businesses in Las Vegas. That's why we go on adventures. Mm-hmm. And then like by the end of it, I was telling Victor, I was like, I gotta have her on the show, man. She's got so much energy. I was like pumped up. So he was like, let's lock it in. I'm like, you're right.
Yes.
So I'm glad. Well, I love the boots. The hubby put these in.
Thank you. He did.
He helped design the spikes.
Yes.
Is he into, are you guys into BDSM stuff too? Or you just
like spikes? In the very beginning when we're, you get to know somebody, you're trying everything. Yeah. So we went to the club. One of us would be on the leash and collar. And then, as the relationship continues, I don't know, it's not happening. But I think I'm going to try to break it out and get him back in that little schoolgirl skirt.
So do you find yourself being more dominant or more submissive, or you kind of go both ways?
I could go both ways, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like to be told what to do.
It's so funny that you said that because...
but maybe because I'm a teacher, right? It's all day I'm telling people, put your hand here. So I liked having the tables turned.
I agree with you. When I was recently dating someone, they used to keep telling me, like, I need you to be the boss. I'm like, I have to be that all the time. Sometimes I just want to be like, tell me to sit the fuck down. You know what I mean? And like, sometimes you just like, you need that to go. But there have been times where I definitely want to just smack a little something and tell you to listen to. So.
Yeah, I think there's enjoyment in both.
Yeah.
When you're with the right person, like when I picture Nir telling me one thing or me doing the other, I have a good time imagining both sides.
It's awesome that you guys found each other and that you guys are so accepting of each other's lifestyles. Like that's
Thank you.
That's dope. Like if anybody could find that, whether you are the most straight edge person or wildest person in the world, I just hope that they find whoever the person that accepts that is, and I think that's awesome for you guys.
Thank you. I wish love on everybody.
Man, see, I knew I needed you on the show. You fit right in at the rabbit hole. I love it.
Right before you take this hole around the world.
I know. We're dropping the hole off everywhere. That's the other thing too. And if you know anybody, any of these places that I'm gonna go to, I would like to. And they say be careful because certain countries are still very hush hush about like underground sex worlds. But I would, and if anybody watches this, if there are any things like swinger houses or fetish houses or places along the way that is legal, so I don't want to get in trouble. And
you disappear.
Yeah, I don't want to do something that's gonna be in trouble. But I would love to discover those different places, like the pole fitnesses and the you said you guys go out sometimes and
absolutely
do all those. So
maybe put a little list out. I've got some swinging friend community people. Then I know the whole pole dancing community. Yeah. So it's almost like the Mormon church. Like there's someone everybody.
It's like a little secret. It's funny. Even in New York, someone just asked me to host a lifestyle party like 2 weeks before Christmas. And I'm not really as much.
I saw your post about that. You're like, I need a venue.
Yeah, that's for the fashion show. Yeah, okay. But it's tons of stuff, and like all of a sudden, everyone's like, boop, 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 hitting me up, and I'm like, this is gonna be so cool. I love it.
That's awesome.
And it's not really my world. I'm not really in the swinging world, but I do love just getting to know, like you said, we tried a few things.
Yeah.
Until you figure out what you like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Was there anything that you tried that you were like originally dead set, like, no, and then you tried it and you loved it?
Are we talking about sushi and anal sex?
Both. Actually, have you had sushi in your anus?
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Or we have sex with our sushi. I don't know.
What's funny is we just did a sushi episode like last week. We did one of those like nude sushi things.
Ooh, yay.
Had it, and then Paris ate it off of me. So
oh,
it was fun.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah. So anal, was that your like, I don't know if I want to try it, and now
yeah, I mean, there was definitely some years where that was just the thing. And it's really interesting how you get people to talk about this. And I haven't even opened up the bottle of alcohol over there yet.
You like that?
So you're good at what you do.
Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole. You have entered the hole.
That's right. And if you're watching this, you probably have been here before.
Yeah, most of them have.
Yeah.
They either have or they want to be. And I think that's what's great about it, is that it gives a chance for people to see, like you said, the acceptance of our community. It's like we're all just like normal people with normal lives.
Yeah, we all have sex. We all have tried sushi, and it's okay for us to talk about these things.
Yeah, Victor loves sushi.
I do.
Him loves sex. What about anal sex?
I've only tried it in high school.
In high school.
Yeah, no, I only tried. No, it wasn't in high school. It was after high school. It was like my first girlfriend, and I remember like I was like, "I'm gonna fuck you in the butt tonight."
You just told her that.
Yeah, so then like we went to like 7-Eleven, and then like we got some lube and tried it. It was good.
You haven't tried it since?
What position?
Just, standard doggy style.
Oh, standard. That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
When it
I've
comes
actually
to,
heard that.
because you want the friction on the front. So next time, flip her over.
You got a back fucker in
I
the
got
butt.
I got a thing with poop, so it's like I don't really.
It's not on your list. Yeah.
I'm
You
good.
just gotta flush out. I have no room to talk. I am not an anal lover.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I like a little thumb,
Hmm.
but I can't. I'm not really into the whole.
Yeah, and the whole flushing out, I don't even think straight people know about that. That's a whole gay community.
Yeah,
thing.
well, and porn stars. We know
and
about
porn
it. We
stars.
know about it down here because all the porn stars like, you have to go douche, and it's a process.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah.
they take like magnesium or some kind of juice or something the day before it flushes them all out.
Oh, okay.
Well, I could get you the
That's
instructions if you need.
It's all good.
We'll do a flushing your anal instruction panel on Patreon if anybody needs it. I'll get one of my anal people in here.
People that no one's even saying they need it. That means they need it. Because no one's going to say, I need this.
No one. And people actually ask me all the time to give it oral instruction videos. I get those a
on
lot.
girls or boys?
On guys. I'm
Mhm.
more of I'm known very well for like my oral.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's good. If you love it, you're probably very good at it.
I fucking love it. Yeah, so it's great. But I've had people like, yeah, you should do a video. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Because I don't do full porn. I do like really soft girl and a lot of solo.
Mm-hmm.
I've had fans for a very long time, like even from back when I was an escort. And a lot of them they don't really want to see me with anybody else.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. I might gain some fans, but I might also lose my core fans. And so it's like, it's a hard balance to transition. So I'm like, I'll just stick in the podcast world.
So are you doing instruction with a banana so you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings?
Maybe I should. Well, I haven't done it yet. That's what I'm
Oh, it
saying.
hasn't happened.
People keep requesting it, but I haven't. I mean, I put out videos of me sucking dildos, but never like a one-on-one, like, this is how you should do it. Other than putting a condom on with their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have taught that. But
yeah, that's a skill. And they don't even know that it's happening.
No. It's
So,
slick.
yeah.
A lot of times you just like dance it around. You're like, ooh, it's like in your mouth, like here, and it's just like, boop. They're like, when did you? I'm like, exactly.
Nice.
That's how you know. There used to be so many guys who like, you can't feel it with a condom on. And I'm like, I've been sucking your dick for 10 minutes. You had no idea this was on.
That's insane.
So you're lying.
Totally insane. Yeah.
You gotta just learn your craft.
Mm-hmm.
Like you perfected yours.
Mine's a little different.
Yours is much more talented than mine.
Yours is just behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one good solid skill, and that is, or two. I talk a lot and I suck great dick. So
That's great. And you look great in a sweater. I'm loving the
I
gray.
love her sense of humor. She's like always zinging it. Okay, so back to you. Now we talked about me because I went off topic.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any like new projects coming up or anything like that you're pumped up about? A new class that's
We are giving away a trip to Cancun, Mexico.
See, this is what we need to know. When is that going on? What's the details for
I
that?
actually released it today. So, yeah, you caught me on a busy day. So, basically, any current member of Pole Fitness Studio can refer 3 friends to buy the membership. They get entered into a draw. Winner goes to Mexico this summer.
I love that story.
Yeah.
I love it. So anybody who wants to go to Mexico, that means you need to sign up for her class and then sign up 3 more people.
To get the 1-year membership. And it's only $69 a month for 400 classes.
That's actually not that bad. I think a lot of that's a pretty fair price. I feel like you guys have a ton of classes. Everyone was super sweet.
Yeah.
You had, when we got there was a gentleman that was there. He was super very on point and nice, and everyone was doing their thing. So I loved it. I love the energy there. I'm actually probably, once I get back from my travels, I'm like, I gotta actually go sign up for a class.
Are you going for 6 months?
Yeah, I'll probably, I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of just gonna wing it for a little bit. I'm gonna start in Spain, and then I'll probably go to Bali after that, and then Colombia and then Costa Rica are on my list of places to go.
Really nice.
Yeah. So
we do have a workshop at the studio from time to time. It's called XXX 101. And this is taught by Rebecca from Utah. She's formerly from here, but went back there. And it's all about blowjobs, hand jobs, how to dress to impress, sexual positions, all that. But we could do a condensed course if you wanted to come in and teach a little bit of anything.
I would love to just, or I could, well, I don't know how she feels about it because I don't know if I could do a whole class. I don't know if I'm that cool, but I would love to team up. Maybe see.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys had that over there.
We have everything for everybody. We do.
I love this.
And if the only thing we probably will never have is tap dancing, so I'm not going to bring in that floor. But we've done ballroom dance, cardio kickboxing, salsa, ballroom.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome. I'm actually really pumped up about that now that I kind of want to go to the class to see if I've been
with the blowjob class to see if you're doing it right.
And I know I'm doing it right.
She's doing it right.
But also, but not only that, it's just even when you do have a perfected skill, it's always nice to see someone else's and how they do it.
Absolutely.
Because it could just give you a little twist.
Yeah, that's how I knew about the banana with the condom, and no one knows. That's because I've never done it. I just took it in the class. So.
I like that. Who is this? We're having her on the show next too. Dang it. I love it.
I won't give you the last name, but her name is Rebecca. She's been with us off and on since 2006.
Okay.
And she's now in Utah. She's beautiful, super fun. And she's also in her mid-40s. She might even be a year older than me. She could be 48, and she's still working as a stripper. I
feel like the older I get, the more I enjoy this anyways.
Yeah.
It's just people are so much more chill and sweet, and I just love it. Well, dope. I let people know where they can sign up for classes one more time if they haven't figured out by now. But people are, you gotta make it easy for them.
I know this logo, it's just small. So
that's okay.
Pole Fitness Studio in Las Vegas, and our Instagram is Pole Fitness Studio. We have an awesome app with 400 classes.
Do you guys do any online classes too?
We haven't yet, but we've talked about it. I mean, obviously, this is the way the world is going.
Yeah. Well, I think it would just be a little hard because they'd have to have a pole at home. But I think as long as they had that might be cool.
Yeah. And if it's beginner, we don't need to spot them. But yeah. I just recommend if you can come to the studio or just come to Vegas at least once in your life and come visit.
Come check it out. You guys do all you do bachelorette parties and girls parties, or even for guys too. So it should be fun. I thought it was a really fun story. You said that there was another podcast or something from another country. They came and it was they lost a bet.
Yeah. The week before you were there, these 2 guys, they had to learn how to pole dance, little routine. Then they did a contest, and I had a few other girls just in the background to make the class look fuller, and we were the judges, and the loser had to jump off the stratosphere.
That's so cool. I got to find this video when it comes out.
They were from, I want to say Sweden. So if I find it, I'll send it to you.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, it seems like it's getting all over the world, or if it hasn't already been, and hopefully we can get you some more people in there from the rabbit hole.
Oh, that would be great.
I love it. So check them out, polefitness.com, same as on Instagram and all that.
Pole Fitness Studio.
Pole Fitness Studio. Let me
you
make sure
got
I
it.
correct myself. And thank you for coming on, man. I think
Thanks,
you have a
Rylee.
dope story, and I love
You
your energy.
too.
I would love to work with you again soon. Hopefully, we can do some more classes at the studio, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
so.
whenever you come back, banana or no banana. I'd love to
Banana
work
or
with you
no
again.
banana. I love it. We'll be back around AVN, so hopefully maybe I can get a class with like maybe like 10 girls to come or
Yes.
something a little bit more, and then it'll be fun. So thank you so much for coming. I love it.
Thank you, Rylee.
Thanks. You guys, make sure you guys check out my girl, Pole Fitness Studio. I'm going to tag her like I always do every week. If you guys want to see the behind the scenes to the Patreon episode that me and Paris did when we came to her studio and she taught us a dope class, you can watch me fall on my ass and twerk it like a crazy person trying to make my rent on the Patreon. Patreon.com/DownTheRabbitHoleTV and the YouTube. You guys are watching it, but just in case, if it's a clip, youtube.com/DTRHTV. And that's it. Pretty much everything else. Just go to RyleeRabbit.com and click the links. See you guys next week. Bye.